What's up? We are back, and in this video, we're gonna try and rate potato chips.
Go on.
This smells very strong, huh? Mmm.
Oh.
That's too yum. 180 rupees for this? What are these chips? They're made of gold?
This kind of feels like an outburst. He's just being a mean person. Okay, Vaibhav. So.
Okay.
Okay, Vaibhav, what chips have you eaten from your pali?
There's a clear demarcation. This is probably old school, and these are absolute like new brands that I don't know of.
But you've tried it, or these like this we did in Shark Tank?
Yeah, but tried it, but they don't register in terms of like potato chips, right?
If you had to pick one potato chip as your favorite, what would it be?
One brand?
Like that you can think of right now?
I would say the Lay's Cream and Onion is my favorite.
So what are we starting with?
I want to start with something weird. This is...
Why is this weird? I thought
This is
cracks
cracks.
were so common.
Now correct me if I'm wrong. If you're like an 80s or a 90s kid, cracks used to have those corn rings which you would put on your fingers.
And go
That's the only thing of cracks I knew. I think this is a new product that they've launched.
I mean, I didn't have a lot of cracks
But
growing up.
I used to love cracks. Like Sundays, where my granddad would go to the market and he'd bring like so many bags of cracks, those rings. And
they were all cracked.
Yeah, the whole day we'd be doing that. It was so much fun. Like that's really a fond memory that I have. So that's why I want to start with this.
Okay. And this is the Masala Punch.
Yummy.
आप जरा price पढ़ेंगे? आप अपने चश्मे भूल गए sir.
I don't need it for this. This is 50 rupees for this bag, which I think is really good.
I mean, it's tasting a lot like the Lay's masala one, which we had also.
No. I feel like this is tasting more like Uncle Chips.
You got me.
But I love this flavor actually. Uncle Chips was also one of my favorites.
Quite good.
Yeah.
Chalo, rate karo.
On taste, I will give this a solid 8 because it's one of those flavors that I love, the Indian masala. Price, very reasonable for a good amount, an 8.5. And on the crunch factor, I think it lacks a bit of crunch.
I've got a crunch, I will say.
Let me try again. I mean, it is crunchy, so 8.
Okay.
Very good.
For me, on taste, it's a 7.
Right.
On price, it's an 8 because it's pretty good and it's a big bag. And on crunch, I'm going to give it an 8.5. It has a good crunch.
Done, cracks. I mean, if they've launched this product now, then they've done well with it.
And you want more of it.
I do.
Next up, I want to try this.
this
is 2 yum smoking hot bhoot wafers, which I think are going to kill us.
So it's basically bhoot jolakia.
Yeah. And the price of this is 60 rupees.
I've never seen this.
No palm oil, Vaibhav, no palm oil. Oh my
Great,
God.
but we're not looking at that. But I'm saying I've never seen this like sort of flavoring. Bhoot.
I mean, it's always associated with those chip challenges and the spice.
Just take. It smells very strong, huh? Let's see how it is.
Take a big chip.
No, I'm taking a bunch.
Yeah. Is your mouth on fire? No? It's okay.
Wait, I'm waiting for the heat to come in. And it does come in. But it's very nice. Obviously, they balanced it out with some sweetness to it.
Yeah.
And there's some masala also.
Yeah, it's a nice spicy chip. It's not like a deathly.
Oh God, that's too yum.
Honestly, this with some dip would be amazing. Like some cheesy thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like it's not like painfully spicy. It's just the right balance. I really like this chip. So on taste, I'm gonna give this a big 9 because it's too good. Price, I think, is pretty good. Again, an 8. Okay, for crunch, I'm gonna give it a 7 because I feel like those crinkly chips are always crunchier than the plain ones.
I'm gonna say on taste, these are a 9 because I like a good spicy chip and this is exactly that.
Yeah.
Price an 8 again because it's pretty good for what it is. And on crunch, I'm gonna give it a 7 because it's not like that immediate big crunch is not there, but it's yum.
So good. Okay, next we're gonna try the tried and tested Lay's
Which you've
American
eaten
style.
about 2 million times.
Yeah, one of my favorite flavors actually. Okay, calm down.
It's a sign
Calm down.
that you should not be eating so much of it.
Mmm.
Oh,
So good.
this is a OG.
This is a OG and it's also like not Indian masala, so like a change is nice.
This is 30 rupees.
Right, it's a smaller bag.
Yeah, it's a smaller bag.
So on taste, I'm gonna give this a 9 because it's been my favorite for years. On price, I think it's decent. I'm gonna give it a 7. And crunch, actually the crunch is the best so far on this. So I'll give it a 9 on crunch.
For me, on taste, this is a 9.5 because I feel like if I were to buy a bag of chips, a lot of times I buy
Like
this.
if given a choice, you'd go for this.
Yeah,
flavor.
I end up like leaning towards this and buying it,
Right.
even after all these years. On price, I would give it a 8 because it's quite affordable. And on crunch, 8.5. Okay, up next, I'm going for Jacko.
I've never.
Have you
heard
had
of
Jacko before?
this. No.
I feel like Jacko is the English behan of Pringles, I think. I mean, that's
Okay.
my understanding of it. I don't know. I may
What
be
are you
wrong.
basing that on?
Just my thoughts.
Just guess. Wow.
No, I feel like I've read it somewhere or something. Like it's in my mind. Like it looks like Pringles now.
It is like Pringles. So, and this is not really like actual potato. This is like potato powder or something.
More.
Yeah.
More.
That's the biggest thing about Pringles, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
But it's yum.
Oh, I don't like that.
More?
Not at all.
It's barbecue and yum.
Okay, so for 200 bucks, I think it's reasonable. But I'm not a fan of Pringles or this kind of chip anymore because I know there's not real potato. It's like potato powder. On taste, I do not like it at all. So I'm going to give it a 2. On price, this is 200 rupees, which I think is a okay price for this much, 6. And on crunch, it is fairly crunchy, so 7.
Okay. Okay, for me on taste, this is an 8. I like barbecue flavor and I like this and I love Pringles. For price, I'm gonna say 7.5. Actually, no, I'm gonna say 8 because I feel like you get a lot of chips in this and there's no air. Unlike the bags which are half full of air, so I'm gonna give it an 8. And on crunch, I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Okay, next up, let's try Kettle Studio.
These are my favorites.
These are your favorite.
As in Kettle chips have really now kind of, they're really good chips. All their flavors are amazing.
Like they do fancy flavors, I think, right?
Yeah.
They're the fancy kind.
Like living in today's world.
Oh, the crunch is great on this.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the flavor though.
What?
It's a bit odd.
It's cheddar and jalapeno, yeah?
What is the price on this? 99. I mean, for this particular flavor, I will give it a 6 on taste. For price, I think it's fairly steep for this bigger bag. A 5. And crunch, I think I'll give it a 9 because this has probably been the crunchiest so far.
On taste, this
Let me
is
give you some background.
8. I love their chips and I feel like they're like one of the best chips you can get today. On crunch, I'm going to give it a 10 because that's some real crunch.
Yeah, crunch is
and
amazing.
on price, I'm going to give it a 7. It's good quality. Okay, up next we have Let's Try. Now we tried these in our Shark Tank video. These guys were on Shark Tank. These are healthier chips made with groundnut oil and all. And this is the spicy one. So
Let's try.
let's try. Let's try. If I can open them.
If we can open them.
Oh.
I'll give them 10 for packaging for sure. Okay, there's some solid spice to it, but I feel like the masala flavor was better on the cracks chip, right? It's a little flat, like it doesn't have that chutpat thing happening, right?
There's more pudina than...
There's more sweet and hot.
Yeah.
So I like it. I'm gonna give it a 7 on taste.
Okay.
Price is really good, so 8. And crunch, I think this is also super crunchy, so 9.
Okay, crunch, definitely there's a solid crunch.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 9.
Right.
Taste for me, I agree with you. I'm not such a fan of the masala on this.
Like it's lacking something, no?
Yeah, like it needs a dip or it needs something.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like I don't like it just as is. So I'm gonna give it a 7. And on price, I'm gonna give it an 8 because I think it's pretty good for being made in groundnut oil and all of those things also.
Like better ingredients. Okay, let's try, which is a potato wafer. Basically like the plain
Jane.
Jane, yeah. Please open.
Use your teeth and drop your dental routine. Go for it.
Like, what are these chips made of? They're made of gold that you guys have put such packaging on this? I think that's a negative on...
No, I think also our hands are greasy.
No,
now,
not at all. I'm saying this is a negative for a bag of chips. It should open. So yes.
So they're starting with a -1. for
Definitely.
packaging.
I mean, come on. It's such a struggle to open it, yeah.
It's a good potato wafer though.
It's like those
Old school.
old school potato wafers, like basic, not too much salt, not too much happening.
This would be great for wafer parida.
Who's that? Okay, taste. It's sort of nostalgic, so I'll give it an 8. I like it, but there are many options with the same taste, like those basic wafers that you get.
But this is healthier for you, na? Like imagine how we buy from the wafer wala. This is
still, if I'm eating a chip, I'd want a little more now. Like I want more flavor. Price, I think price is pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 9. And on crunch, it's got decent crunch, so 8 again.
I'm gonna give it a 8 on taste because I'm not someone that likes plain wafers, but of course we have it with like on eggs or otherwise at home, and for that I really like it. I feel like it's a better made chip, so I like that. So I'm gonna say 8 on taste. On price, 8 again, and on crunch, 8. I think it's a good crunch, and I think my only issue with this is the size. Like all these chips, because it's like itna milta hai,
and opening the packet is a big issue with this.
So that's what I'd rate this. I feel like we've left all the plain ones for the end. So let's do one like...
This is hot and sweet chili.
Hot and
let's
sweet
do
chili
this.
and then...
And this is how a potato chip bag should open. Easy peasy.
So that you can keep opening one bag ke baad one bag.
This is on the sweeter side, obviously. We've tried this. But honestly, Lay's has great crunch here. Like the mouthfeel is so much better.
It's also dense, the chip. Like there's a, you know, like a...
Yeah. Like I like it. Taste, I like this flavor. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. What is it?
Wait for the price, it's 20 rupees.
Right, but it's small though. So I think price is pretty good. So I'll give it again an 8. Crunch, I love the crunch on Lay's actually. So 9.
Okay. For me, I'm gonna say on taste, I kind of like the sweet and spicy taste. I'm gonna give it an 8. On price, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 because I think 20 bucks is amazing for a bag of chips, and like you can just enjoy a nice flavor also, not just plain.
You'd end up eating 5 of these.
Yeah, but it's nice.
Come on, that is so much fun to just keep opening bags upon bags.
On crunch, I'm gonna give it
a 9.
8.
A 9.
8.
Okay, next up is a new one. It's
TGF.
Yeah, it's truly good food. Classic salted. Let's see. So this again is like the wafer.
Oh, that's a crunchy wafer.
So good.
55 rupees.
Let's see the ingredients. I think they've used good ingredients. Oh no, they haven't. They have like palm oil all over it. But we're not looking at ingredients.
Yeah, it's not meant to be healthy.
But the taste is better than the other one we had just now, right?
Yeah.
So, although it's classic salted and plain, I'll give it an 8. Price, I think it's a little more expensive than the others.
It's a bigger bag also.
No, it's not that big. Price, I think I'll give it a 7. Crunch, I think I'll give it a 9 because it's really good.
Yeah.
The crunch is amazing on this.
I'm going to give it an 8 on taste. On price, I'm going to give it a 7.5 because I don't think it's bad for what it is. And on crunch, 9.5 because I feel like that crunch that I heard you just have the first bite, you could really hear the crunch. Like it was
like this, right?
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay, let's do this one next. This is VS Money & Co. I think we've had their stuff also, Shark Tank again, I feel. I'm not sure.
No, I don't think so.
I think, yeah.
But it's like a South Indian company.
Yeah.
But a startup type of situation.
I mean, they look masaledar.
It's straight away got a South Indian sort of thing, like a
Curry
leaf, yeah. Kind of like it.
I like it, yeah.
It's kind of different. It's different from everything.
God, we are agreeing on everything.
Yeah, because it is so different and I appreciate the flavor.
It's unique.
I'm gonna give it a 9 on taste. Price, what is the price? I'm sure it's economical.
75 rupees.
Oh, it's not for this bag. Okay, 6 on price. Crunch, pretty good, 8.
I'm gonna give it a 9.5 on taste because they get points for making it so unique and different and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Crunch, I'm gonna give it a 9. It's pretty crunchy, really yummy. And on price, I'm gonna give it a 7 because it's not really that affordable.
Okay, next up we'll do Uncle Chips, another
OG.
favorite of mine, but this is not the crinkly chip that we used to get. This is the basic flavor.
Not an Uncle Chips fan.
I was a huge fan of Uncle Chips. And I've never tasted this because otherwise I wouldn't be a big fan of it. So bland.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't seem salted. Is it salted? Yeah, it is salted, but salt ka taste hi nahi aa raha hai.
Yeah.
It's almost like someone forgot the salt.
Yeah, and we've had plain salted better. Like earlier, those chips were better. Okay, so taste is disappointing. I'm gonna give it a 4. Price, this is 50 rupees. So I'll give it a 7. Crunch, again, a 6. This is a very blah chip.
Yeah, I mean honestly, this is my least favorite of everything. I'm gonna give it a 3 on taste because it just didn't do anything for me. And on price, I'm gonna give it a 4 because price is also subject to taste, na? It's not कि सस्ता है तो खा लेंगे. It should also taste yum. And crunch bhi, I mean, if it's crunchy, but it should be tasty, so I'm gonna give it a 5.
Last,
but not the least.
I mean, for me, it's the least. Pringles, and this is sour cream and onion flavor.
This is one of my favorite Pringles.
I love the flavor, but I just hate the chip.
Oh please, Debba, we used to like the chip till you read these things. Don't read rubbish about rubbish and just eat it.
You just call it rubbish?
No, as in like, you can't eat fast food and then be like,
I
is it
seriously
healthy?
cannot get over the fact that this is not real potato.
But it's yum.
And now I can tell why it tastes so weird.
Not for me.
On taste, I'm giving this a 2 because you just gave something a 3 and I want to top that or rather bottom that and give this a 2.
That's just ridiculous. I mean,
and on price, what is the price on this?
Yeah.
180 rupees for this. I'm giving it a 1.
Jacko was 200.
I'm giving it a 1.
That's rubbish.
On price. And crunch, because it's not real potato, there's no real crunch. I'm giving it a 0 on crunch.
This kind of feels like an outburst suddenly where I feel like you are just having it out for poor Pringles for no reason at all.
I'm done. I gave them a 2, a 1 and a 0.
He's just being a mean person to Pringles, okay? Just ignore his rating. I would say on taste, this is an 8 because it tastes really amazing and I love the consistency of the chip, whatever it's made of, I don't care. And on price, I'm going to give it a 7. Pretty good, there's no hawa, all that. And on crunch, I'm going to give it
a 0. I can't hear
7.5.
It's like you're eating roti. I can't hear anything.
I can't hear you.
Okay, so after all that hard work and labor, we've come to the conclusion.
Such a tough job.
That these two are my favorite of the lot and this really is a find for me.
The spicy one.
Yeah, the bhut wafer or the bhut wafer.
And the cracks chips.
And the cracks chips because it's the good masala.
Okay, for me it's the VS Money South Indian chips because they were so unique and I feel like that is very different. Similarly Kettle because I eat a lot of Kettle currently, and also I feel like the flavors are unique. Like you said,
Very different,
this is
yeah.
growing on you as you eat more of it, right? Like
I said that off camera, so it doesn't matter.
it does. He's acknowledged my flavors.
Obviously, there are a lot more flavors and a lot more chips out there, so we'll probably do another video
Or 10 more.
or 10 more because I know potato chips are just so good and so many. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up.
Comment below and tell us what we should try and rate next. See you guys.
Bye-bye.